Hey everybody, it's John here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Samurai Shodown 2, grabbing the Man in Black achievement. This is to fight the hidden character, who is actually the referee in the background. There are 3 ways of fighting him. Sometimes he will spawn on fight number 3, however that's a very slim opportunity. The second one is to finish your opponent on any even round after round 4 with a POW move with 20 seconds left on the clock, but you can also do this with a second controller, which is what we're doing right here, and that's going to be way easier. So hop into your settings and then set the difficulty to easy, and then load up single player. We are going to be picking Earthquake just because he can get us through the first 5 fights super easy because we can use his cheesing move. So to do his cheesing move, you either want to do forward and left bumper or down and left bumper, and that will throw his chain. This thing has a pretty good reach and does a lot of damage, especially the forward left bumper because that can take like a third of your opponent's health away on easy. So we're going to be doing that, and you want to keep doing that until you get to fight number 6. So the last one on the first row of characters. As soon as this happens, plug in a second controller and then hit the start button, and then that will introduce that. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure you take out your first controller. The reason for that is Earthquake's POW ability is pretty hard to do, so we're going to swap out characters essentially. So KO your first controller using your second, and that will allow us to switch characters. And we're going to switch to the samurai dude, Maru. So just make sure you knock Earthquake out, and then once the fight starts back up with your second controller in the driving seat, make sure you hit start on your first controller to use a continue, and then we're going to pick the samurai dude, who's going to be right there. And now, what you want to do is, the first thing you want to do is you want to pick up your second controller, and you want to start kicking your first controller until their POW meter fills just all the way up, but with a sliver left. So pretty much about that much. As you can see, I have a little bit more, about 1 hit away from getting POW. And as soon as that's over, what you want to do is you just want to KO your second controller. You have to do the finish on the second round or the third round if there is a draw. So pretty much you have to finish the fight using the move. So take out your second controller and then start the next round. Pretty easy. And with this round, you basically, what you want to do is you want to weaken your second controller until they have a sliver of health left. So once they get into the red, I recommend about halfway through the red, just in case you accidentally hit them. So just keep weakening them now, and get them to about red. Make sure you keep an eye on their health bar. You don't want to get too low because once again, trying to avoid accidental damage, but you don't want it too high. You basically want it at a point where you can do a finishing move. So about right there, I want to say. Alright, now you want to kill the clock until it says less than 20 seconds. But with this game, the referee actually punishes you for standing still. He'll throw a bomb at you, and we don't want the second controller to take any damage. So basically you can just duck and move around, but keep your eyes on the clock and make sure you read when it says 60. Try not to pick any power-ups using the second controller. You basically want to just keep his health as low as possible. So just keep jumping around. Keep an eye on the clock and try to avoid the referee's bombs. Alright, once it says 20 seconds, you want to pick up your second controller, kick the first controller so the POW meter fills all the way up. You have a short time window to do this because the POW goes away if you don't use it right away. But you want to do his POW move, which is going to be a half circle forward and then X. It might take you a little bit of practice to do, especially if you're using the 360 controller. I recommend using a better controller like an arcade stick or a fighting pad, or even the Xbox One controller if you're playing through backwards compatibility. But once you manage to knock the move down, the dude should jump in and then start up a hidden fight, and that should get you the achievement. You don't have to beat him, even though he's kind of tough, so you just have to start the fight. You get the achievement, 10 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.